Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today it's being a little more of a sad video because as you can see by the name of this update here, it's called Ciao Cassini. So if you didn't know what happened yesterday, then you're going to find out. So as we can see here, yeah, small little update where they literally just had one simulation as the poor old Cassini spacecraft, which has been going for, was it 13 years I believe? Was it 13 years? Something like that. It is yeah, there's a simulation that's going to show its final plunge into Saturn. So let's go and check this out. So, let me just quickly enable glows on stars. Alright, anyways. Yeah, so before we get into this, guys, yeah, this video is one day late, but yesterday I don't really make videos on Fridays because it's my break, because I'm usually doing something on Friday. And secondly, I was not feeling very well, so yeah, sorry about that, but here it is. Here is the simulation. So I was hoping that they may add a simulation in for this because I didn't really want to make it myself because it wouldn't have been accurate. But here we go. So here is the Cassini spacecraft. And wait, hang on, is this the New Horizons probe? Oh, what? It's the New Horizons probe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's New Horizons. So I thought they had added a Cassini, an actual Cassini like item into the game. That's a little disappointing. Oh well, I'm pretty sure they will add the 9. Because the only two they need to add left are, yeah, that is New Horizons, just made a little bigger. So, yeah, the only two they need to add are the Galileo probes, the Pioneer probes, and then Cassini. But they made it New Horizons. Ah, what? Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. So, here is Cassini in its final hours. So, yeah, if you didn't know, for the last, like, few months, Cassini has been doing an orbit. So, as you can see right here, you can see Cassini's white orbit here. It's been doing this for a few months now, and every single time it's been going in between Saturn and its rings, it's been getting closer and closer to Saturn. As you can see right here, this is on its last run. So this is the 9th of the 15th here. So yeah, that's the date. So now if we have a look here, or the 15th of the 9th, sorry. So yeah, 15th of September here. So we're going to hit play, and we're going to see the final hours of Cassini right here on Universe Sandbox right now. So yeah, poor Cassini. But yeah, here we go. So this is what happened yesterday. So yeah, this poor probe doesn't exist anymore now. It's part of Saturn. So here we go. So I believe it got a final. Let's go back on realistic mode here. So I believe it got a final picture of Saturn's moon Titan, wherever that is. So over there. Wait, where is Titan? Titan? Where is that? Titan. Oh, there it is. So it got a final picture of that yesterday, I believe. So you can see it over there. If we turn all that off, there is Titan right there. So yeah, you can see it right. So we got a final picture of that, I believe, and it also got a picture of Enceladus as well. So if you know what that is, that's that is one of the big highlights of the Cassini mission, if you ask me, because what we spotted on Enceladus, which I'll get onto in a bit, is what we found. So it's pretty interesting stuff. So this will be sort of like a little tribute video to Cassini as well, just because this is one of the longest like space missions to ever work, I think, apart from like Voyager and stuff. This is probably one of the longest missions. But here we go. So this is what would have happened yesterday, very sadly, but yeah, this is what they had to do, unfortunately, because they did not want to leave it floating around Saturn, because otherwise it would have or they think if it crashed into any of the moons, it would have contaminated them, because this obviously has like Earth bacteria on it and stuff. Believe me, it can survive in space apparently, but yeah, apparently there's like Earth bacteria on here, and if it crashed onto one of these Enceladus or Titan or something, it could contaminate it with Earth bacteria, and we don't want that in case there is some sort of life there. But here we go. So this is Cassini in its final seconds or hours here as it plunges into the gas giant Saturn. So obviously, it doesn't look as cool as it would in real life or any simulation you see, but it pretty much just fell into Saturn right there. We can play that again just so you guys can see it in a lot more slow motion here. Oh, that's a new opening symbol there. They gave this game a few little tweaks and stuff. I've noticed like the mouse on it is different. Oh, that was way too quick. So let's try that again. So let's speed this up, but not too quick. So this all happened in hours, and as it got closer, it was even faster. So okay, let's try and get this slower this time. So hit play. Okay, let's try and get the exact point where it will collide with Saturn here. So let's slow this down to a few seconds. Actually, let's go a little too slow now. So okay, let's keep an eye out. So let's speed it up a little quicker. Oh, and there it is. So somewhere here. So we'll go super close to Saturn here. Just look how big Saturn is as well. It's crazy. So oh, this is close. This is all happening in minutes as well. Oh my god. If we could get it in real time, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I believe as soon as the probe got into the atmosphere, it pretty much just got burnt up completely because, yeah, this was never built to go back to any planet. This was just built to travel in space. So yeah, there you go. It just pops into the planet. You can't really get a much better view than that. But yeah, so poor old Cassini now no longer exists. It's completely gone. There's no remains of it. It's all just probably scattered around all of Saturn now. So yeah, poor Cassini. So that 13-year mission or however long it was is now at an end. But let's do like sort of like tribute bit to it. So all of the things that probe discovered, damn, we could pretty much talk about this for a long time. So Cassini, I believe, well, what do I mean? I believe Cassini was the first, or was the probe to discover the water shooting out of Enceladus here. So if you didn't know, this moon here, Enceladus, they believe it has a liquid ocean or like liquid water ocean underneath it in the crust here. So if we can't really do it anymore, but if we have a look at Enceladus here, just pretend there'd be a lot of blue in there. So if we just manually change the moon a bit, so it adds a bit of water on it. So if we look inside, so as you can see there's a blue section there. They believe that there's like an actual ocean underneath it, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But yeah, they believe there's an actual ocean of liquid water underneath this object. And it could be, oh, that is a very nice, that's a new texture actually. Look at that blue, yeah. Yeah, this is shooting out lots of ice and stuff into Saturn's rings. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, because Cassini discovered this. Cassini discovered that this moon here was shooting out just loads of water and materials out through like volcano sort of things. It's similar to Jupiter's moon Europa, but this moon's more alive. And yeah, I think some of the material it was shooting out actually became part of Saturn's rings as well. I don't know that for sure, but it may have been, which is pretty awesome. So we also got a ton of high or like better quality pictures of the moons, because remember this probe was launched after Voyager had left Saturn, like a long time after. So yeah, it got some really high detailed pictures of some of Saturn's moons. So if we go into if we just go to Saturn, is there a simulation of just Saturn here? Yeah, so Saturn and moons. So if we go here, so Cassini discovered all of these moons, or didn't discover, but it managed to get more detailed pictures of all of these moons here. So all of these guys here, so like moons like Tethys with like the big crater on it. Also Mimas as well here, the Death Star. As you can see, there's the crater there. So all amazing stuff. So the part probably got some of these small. It probably discovered some of these tiny little moons in the rings as well. Yeah, it would have discovered probably a ton of these as well around Saturn. But yeah, it mostly would have been getting some very good pictures of obviously Titan as well. So I believe it shot a little probe down to Titan. It definitely recorded some audio of what Titan sounds like. But yes, it's pretty cool, Titan. But I'm really glad to see what we could find on this moon in the future. I'm really interested in seeing what could be found here. But yeah, let's just give it a proper, more realistic looking surface. So if we remove the clouds now, yeah, there's Titan. So it sounds like that, an orangish sort of colour. But yeah, so I believe it X-rayed Titan as well. So it discovered like where its oceans are of like methane stuff. Obviously with its nitrogen atmosphere as well. We already knew it had that, but yeah, it would have discovered lots of liquid methane oceans. Because if you didn't know, Titan actually has a lot of methane oceans made of like methane. It's an element. I don't really know much about it, but yeah, something to do with cows and stuff on Earth and stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys know about it, but yeah, so it would have discovered. I know this is water, but just as a little example. So Titan X-rayed, it would have been something like this, where you obviously got the surface is the normal colour, and then you would have got these different coloured sections. Like I think it's a darker colour where they would have discovered, or where we discovered the oceans of methane on it. So yeah, something like this we would have found when we X-rayed Titan. So it's pretty cool. You can see his plenty of oceans there underneath. So yeah, we'll put the clouds back on now. So yeah, but Titan is kind of annoying because it has got that atmosphere which sort of blocks it, but yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff honestly. And also if you guys also if you want to like check out more information on this, because I'm not really the best at explaining all this stuff, I just like to explore it and have fun with this game. But yeah, if you guys also want to check out more about what Cassini discovered, because I won't go too much into detail because I'd have to do a lot of research and stuff like that. So if you want to obviously do that, check it out on the NASA website. That's probably the best place to go. So yeah, check it out. You'd probably be pretty cool on there. So yeah, there you go. And also as well, I believe Cassini, going back to Saturn itself, Cassini recorded the sound of Saturn. So if you didn't know, every planet in the solar system has its own unique sound, and Saturn also has this sound. So yeah, if you could search on YouTube after you watch this video, just type in planet sounds, and you'll see a video with all like pretty much just shows all of the sounds of the planets. And the sound that Saturn makes, that Cassini I believe recorded, was very very mysterious and sort of evil sounding. Like if you listen to it, yeah, you'll know what I mean. So yeah, make sure you guys check out the sound of Saturn as well, because that should be pretty interesting. But yeah, there we go. So that's pretty good. So what else have we got? So there's obviously a lot of moons as well. So yeah, it would have discovered a ton of moons in the ring system here. And it also got a picture of behind Saturn as well. So obviously, because it was orbiting Saturn for such a long time, it would have got a picture from behind. And if you didn't know, if you look behind Saturn, looking back at the Sun, there's actually some more rings that we cannot see from Earth. The only way you can see these extra rings is if you're behind Saturn. That's the only way you can see these rings. So that's pretty good. So yeah, let's quickly manually add these guys in. So yeah, if you didn't know, there's actually even more rings which are further out, but you can only see them when you're behind Saturn because they're so thin and dim. You can only spot them when the sun is behind. So it'd be something like this. So I know this may not be 100% realistic, but yeah, these rings here, the ones I just added, you cannot see those from the front side of Saturn. No, you can in the game, but in real life, you can only see the regular rings of Saturn, which go out to about here. But yeah, in the game, or in real life, there's actually more rings from behind that you cannot see from the front view, which is pretty cool because obviously the sunlight lights them up, and you can also see the shadows of them from behind Saturn. But if you're in front, they're so small and so dimmed out by the sunlight, you cannot spot them, I believe. Yeah, don't believe me 100% on that, but I believe that's how it works. I don't completely understand how it works, but yeah, so yeah, you can only see this if you're looking from the front of Saturn, but you can see the other ones if you're from behind Saturn, which is, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, there we go, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this sort of like little tribute video to Cassini, I guess. Like, we can watch the poor old Cassini, oh no, New Horizons probe. Sorry, the New Horizons probe, even though it's called renamed Cassini here, but yeah, you know what it means. So yeah, the Cassini probe, we can watch the poor old Cassini probe here on its final voyage into the Saturn. Yeah, this probe is probably one of the greats up there with like Voyager and stuff. Like this probe, it served us for a long time. It did serve us well, and I'm pretty sure some people at NASA are pretty sad to see it go. But yeah, there it goes. That's pretty much it. It just falls into Saturn, and Saturn just consumes it, and it just breaks up in the atmosphere of Saturn as obviously the heat and pressure increase as it goes further into Saturn, and it breaks up into many pieces, tries to send back as many signals to Earth, and then when we're on Earth, when we receive that last signal, it's dead. We'll never hear it again, sadly. So yeah, that last signal from Cassini yesterday, that must have, some people probably got upset about it, especially the people who have worked on the Cassini program from like the start when it was launched in 2003, I believe. They probably would have been pretty upset to see their $3 million spacecraft or whatever it was just get, oh no, not 3 million, I think it's $3 billion worth. So that's probably about £2 billion or something if you're English. I don't know for sure, but yeah, 3 billion or $4 billion worth of spacecraft all destroyed by Saturn. So yeah, that's pretty sad stuff if you ask me. But if you ask me, also money well spent, because that probe discovered so much, and it got so many new discoveries, new pictures of the moons that Voyager missed out on. It discovered new moons. Pretty amazing. Then it also discovered the ice getting shot out of, or ice or water getting shot out of Enceladus here, because this moon, along with Titan, so yeah, Titan, wherever it is over there somewhere, yeah, along with Titan, this is probably one of the most interesting moons around Saturn now, or maybe in the whole solar system. It's definitely up there with like the most interesting, like Europa and Io from the moons of Jupiter. Obviously you got Miranda, the moon of Uranus, that's pretty interesting. Then you've obviously got Triton around Neptune. Like, this is probably in the top 10 most interesting moons. If you want me to make a video on like the top 10 most interesting moons, in my opinion, then yeah, just tell me, because that could be a pretty interesting video. So yeah, but there we go, guys. So hopefully you all enjoyed this sort of tribute video to Cassini. Yeah, sad. Rip Cassini. Hashtag Rip Cassini. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah. Poor Cassini. Yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, help us on the journey to 1,200 subscribers, because that would be awesome. Make sure you all have a good day. If you've got any ideas for another video, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'll try and get round to do it, because there's a lot of ideas I've got right now, so can't get them all done at once. So yeah, that is all that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today It's being more of a sad video because, as you can see by the name of this update here, it's called Ciao Cassini. So if you didn't know what happened yesterday, then you're going to find out. So, as we can see here, yeah, small little update. But I'm pretty sure that's New Horizons. So I thought they had added a Cassini, an actual Cassini like item into the game. That's a little disappointing. Oh well, I'm pretty sure they will add that to 9 because the only two they need to add left are. Yeah, that is New Horizons, just made a little bigger. So, yeah, the only two they need to add are the Galileo probes, the Pioneer probes, and then Cassini. But they made it New Horizons. Ah, what? Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. So, here is Cassini, and it's fine because it's my break, because I'm usually doing something on Friday. And secondly, I was not feeling very well, so, yeah, sorry about that, but here it is. Here is the simulation. So I also am hoping that they may add a simulation in for this because I didn't really want to make it myself because it wouldn't have been accurate. But here we go. So here is the Cassini spacecraft. And then, wait, hang on, is this the New Horizons probe? Oh, what? It's the New Horizons probe. Yeah, I'm hours. So yeah, if you didn't know, for the last like few months, Cassini has been doing an orbit. So as you can see right here, you can see Cassini's white orbit here. It's been doing this for a few months now, and every single time it's been going in between Saturn and its rings, it's been getting closer and closer to Saturn. As you can see right here, this is on its last run. So this is the 9th of the 15th here. So yeah, they literally just had one simulation as the poor old Cassini spacecraft, which has been going for, was it 13 years, I believe? Was it 13 years? Something like that. It is, yeah, there's a simulation that's going to show its final plunge into Saturn. So let's go and check this out. So, let me just quickly enable glows on stars. Alright, anyways. Yeah, so before we get into this, guys, yeah, this video is one day late, but yesterday I don't really make videos on Fridays.